Hey, what's going on? Strat Soldier here for the Enforce podcast, the only podcast with me, the Strat Soldier, looking at the markets through the eyes of the Strat. And we got JJ back doing these monthly recaps. Now it's only the second one, so I don't want to say every month yet. We're still building a habit here. We're still building a habit. What's
Straight
it?
up.
What do they say, JJ? Like 26 days to start a new habit, but I don't know. We'll get it. We'll get it. This will be consistent.
Yeah, we're good to go. We're already two in.
See, there it is. I like that. That's
Crazy.
it.
These months
JJ's got
go
that.
by like nothing, man. Forget
And
about it.
right before we started, you were talking about the timeline. So you're saying we definitely we get Friday off, right? Like the
Right.
market.
So we got Thursday. Thursday we close at
Okay.
1. So
Oh,
that would
okay.
for you, I guess would be whatever time
Noon
here is.
or
Yeah, noon,
yeah.
right? So
Something like
then
that.
and then obviously Friday's off, so then we won't get back until 7/7. July 7th will be when
Oh
we
my
get back.
geez.
So it
That it's
seems
like a
like
whole
kind of strange, right? Today's the 30th, and these next 2 days are going to be a blur.
yeah. And
You know
then
what I mean?
yeah, and then we come
We got Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So I think I'll say this. Um, if the action might be done by Tuesday for sure, everybody's cutting out. Everyone's getting out of Dodge.
Yeah, and that's good to think about. I mean, that's good to just say out loud. So everybody out there, all all you stratters, they'll be out there trying to force trades, trying to be a hero. Don't be a hero, especially so close to the holidays. We talked about that during the weekend shift. The volume drops off big time during the holidays, right before a holiday. I mean, that's what I see anyway. What do you think, JJ? I'm pretty sure that's
Today we had choppy
yeah,
and not a lot of volume right off the bat. They were down all day today for the most
yeah,
part. I mean,
hmm
they spent most of their time inside in red.
yeah.
And you look at how the day finished on SPY with the doji.
Daily. Let's go to the daily.
Uh,
I'll go ahead and start. I'll share my screen and then you can share your screen and we'll go back and forth. Let me see here. Pop that chat out. Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. I see right here. Doji on the day.
yeah,
Crap.
doji on the day, right? There you
Yep.
go.
And then weekly, we're still two up on the week. Let me switch this over. Two up on the week. That's great, but three, two up.
Six. It's the same bar
Yeah, it's just, yeah. So,
because it's Monday
yep,
and the week, so that's the same.
yep. And
Um,
60 minute drop down to the 60s, just kind of blah. I mean, it ain't, not totally getting killed, but ain't nothing great. Nice little 2-2 reversal back up in the afternoon. That's awesome, but traded sideways most of the day today. So,
yeah, I like the last 60 of the day
this
on the
you like
SPY.
this thing, this shooter thing? You like that? The
It's that
Doji shooter?
yeah. I like that shooter coming down.
You know
Damn
what?
straight I do.
I
That's
don't
nice.
I'm not gonna say. Let me go to Tesla. Let me go
That's
Tesla.
still bullish.
It is. It is. The last podcast we did, you talked so much junk about Tesla, and I can't even be
Oh,
mad because it did it. It did exactly what you said it was going to do. And now we have a possible shooter on the week. I was talking about this over the weekend shift. We do have a shooter on the week, and it is. Let me see. It looks like it triggered, but it hasn't really dumped yet. You know what I mean? It hasn't really puked yet. So we'll see what they want to do. But daggone it. I was like, I can't get mad, but I was like, it did exactly what JJ said it was gonna do. Oh, daggone Tesla.
yeah. So the number still is 394. That's the number. But
Yeah.
I was I was talking about it all week with my guys, and I said,
hmm
I'm not going to buy it at 330. I'm not going to buy it at 320. I said I would buy it at 317.
hmm
And I said I wouldn't buy it for 318. I would only buy it for 317. So I did not buy any today, and it did break below 317. And look where it
hmm
closed. It actually closed at 317.66.
Yeah.
That's where she ended today. She's coming down right now, 311. So, um, little bonus round here for Tesla. I was very patient too. I did not buy it up there
Hmm.
anywhere. I just let it be. And I said 317 was my number. So now I got 311. So I will be keeping an eye on it. I think there's a place where you can get in here. But I'm going to be cautious about that move.
Yeah. Of course, definitely, of course.
Yeah.
Um, but I'm hopefully we get one of these numbers. This is what I'm looking for. This is what I would top right. Let's change this over so we can see a little bit better. Give me a 212 up on the month. Stay in there, even if it just messes around at 400, just sits up there and really doesn't do anything. At least it's still two up on the month. That's what I want. But we all know inside
Right.
bars it could go if it could definitely go 212 down on the month. But
Right.
I'm looking. Yeah, go ahead.
I agree, and it's got to be 2 month up for sure.
Yeah.
There's a there's just a plethora of ones this month, man.
Yes.
I
Hmm.
mean, I went through a lot of them here, and I did want to make a point about there's a lot of one ones if you noticed,
Yeah.
and some of them are kind of some bigger names. I do have a list of them.
Okay.
Um, and now these one ones. All right, let's take an example. Pull up Johnny John on the
Oh, Johnny
month.
John. Yep, I got that on the list here. I did the Strat Soldier Easy setup scanner, set it for inside quarters. Yep. Possible
See there,
possible
you know,
313 on the
right.
quarter.
Well, it's the 1-1. Well, the quarter's going to be. I have my quarter up now, so the quarter's going to be inside there.
Yep.
Obviously, it's going to open right inside there tomorrow. So question is, what color is it going to come in? That's the
Yeah.
first thing I would be paying attention to, see if it's coming in positive color. But I guess the only point I really want to make about these 1-1s is that
Hmm.
now these have been consolidating for 2 months.
Yes.
Okay.
Doing
So
nothing.
the
Hmm.
stock has been doing that exactly. Thank you. Stock hasn't been doing nothing.
Nothing.
Okay. And and I think that now looking at Johnny John, it's a doji stuck in the middle of it's stuck in the middle in the month here. All
Yeah.
right, that thing's gonna be coming right inside there, and
Hmm.
I don't see any fireworks coming out of that. No pun on the holiday. Um,
Yeah, because
but
it's
I
probably
think
gonna
that
open. Yeah, it's gonna open up like this. It's
yeah,
gonna be something a
exactly.
little crappy thing. Yeah.
Right. But I think that the move is to be careful on which way she goes. Like Johnny John right now, healthcare right now sucks.
Hmm.
Okay. That group
Yep.
just is not going because you could just pull it up and look at XLV and XLV will tell you what's going on. So XLV, if XLV gets its act together a little bit on that one, now that one is still stuck inside too on that
Yeah.
month. It's just pathetic. It
Yep.
hasn't been able to do anything. So I would be following maybe the lead here on XLV if XLV starts to break the 212 down
Hmm.
and or the 212 up. I really don't care either way. But but I want to make sure that we're trying to go back into full time frame continuity and and you see that quarter is going to be is red right now, but that's going to change by tomorrow.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
I guess my big point about these 2 months is that you got to watch out for the first move because I don't think it's going to be the first move. I think it's going to be the cha-cha, which means you're going to get the move. Like in other words, here I'm going to go back to Johnny John.
Yep.
And again, there's some good ones in here. If this thing comes up and then takes the two up, you know, um, you could get you could get some kind of movement to the upside there, and then it just might just turn around and triangle out on you again. So I
Yep.
would be a little bit cautious just because they've been sitting for so long. I think that they're vulnerable to be pushed either way. So if you give it a nudge, it's going to move. And but if you don't keep nudging it, guess what it's going to do? It's just going to fall back in your lap. So
Yeah.
I think that's all for all of these ones. ABBV is a 1-1 on the
Okay, okay.
month.
ABBV.
Target.
Do you
Yeah,
want
look
to,
at
you know what, you know what? You want to go
you
to your
pull them
charts?
up. You
You
pull
want to
them
do it?
up.
Okay, okay.
All
ABBV,
right.
double
So there's
inside.
your ABBV right there. You see the
Yeah.
1-1.
Terrible.
Okay,
Now,
right,
now
exactly.
I got people, now, when it works, it works. But most of the time it doesn't. But people, especially stratters, and I don't know why, but they love looking at these double inside signals. Period. Doesn't matter what timeline. They're like, oh, it's a double inside, week, or it's a double inside day. It's like it's doing nothing. Why are you staring at this stuff? But I got one of them. I got somebody, a stratter, to actually tell me why, and it's because they're saying that these options are a lot cheaper when they're consolidating like this. So when they do break, you're getting them on like I don't want to say the word discount, but you're getting them cheaper than if you were taking a reversal. That's what they say. I don't.
That's
Again,
there could definitely be some truth to that for sure. Because
mhm.
I mean, there's no vol in these things. It's
Yeah,
all the vol is gone. I mean, these things are stuck inside here.
yeah,
So we got to, and if you're getting involved in these, time is the game if you're trying to play options to get out of this
yeah,
ABBV right now. So
yeah.
that is one. I mean, I'll just call off a couple of the big ones. You can check out
Okay.
Federal Express, FDX.
FDX, FedEx. Where's my package at? FedEx.
Where's
Where's
your
it at?
package?
Where is it at?
That's
Goodness.
FedEx got the 1-1 inside here on the month.
Let me take these arrows off. Let me see here for the technical. You were talking about. Well, I was watching your videos here, and they're getting really really good. And I saw you were talking about descending triangle. So I'm gonna show off a little bit of my skills. There's a little symmetrical triangle there. There you go. There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Nice. Very good.
But yeah,
Uh,
you were talking about descending triangle on Spy, I believe.
Yeah, and Spy.
Mhm.
Yeah. Now
Yeah.
I still have that chart up. I still have my SPAR chart up because we will this will all come back down. You know that,
Yeah,
right?
we're at all-time highs, and then we're going into the summer. So you got July, August, September, and
Right. And
I started this a couple years ago, but then I started talking about it last year, and I got backed up by another trader, Stratter, weekly stock chart I did an interview with, and he was saying, and I do the same thing. During the summer, no trading, nothing new. Like
yeah.
yeah, just because there's nothing going on. And the years I was working with Rob, and then just because it's summertime and people got time off and you're on vacation, you think you can keep trading and stuff like that. You end up just I personally end up just taking losses, and even for the wins, and you take losses, and it's just a crappy little summer, and then here comes winter, and then like fall and winter time, the last quarter, and you're like exhausted mentally. So I'll be taking the summer to rest my brains. Of course, I'm going to be still
Yeah,
talking
you know
about
what?
the
It's
strat.
that's
Hmm.
I went through a lot of charts in the last like couple of weeks just when I get free time.
Hmm.
I very, very rarely see like July being like a spectacular month,
Right.
one way or another.
Hmm.
Typically, we consolidate during the summer.
Hmm.
We've and everybody had good earnings for the first and second quarter.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? So now we got to wait and starting to see what we'll start getting some new numbers and we'll start to see some new things coming in. But I just don't think that I don't think that July is the month for us to try to push things around here a little bit.
No.
So,
Yeah.
and especially now with the new quarter and the new month coming in, I think
Hmm.
we're obviously going to be inside, and it looks like we're probably, especially if you look at SPY on the quarter, we're going
Hmm.
to be trapped in there pretty good at 554 or wherever we are now, what 619 now. So
Yeah.
we're actually getting to a point now where SPY it's like Sneaky Pete's got no room to get in there at all right now. That's
Yeah.
keeping it super tight, man.
Yeah.
Um, so if you don't leave any room there, if you get a little bit of a lip, then they can get stuck inside there. But
Yeah.
well, we'll see what the next 2 days bring or whatever it is, 2.5 days. We'll see what brings. I don't expect too much to happen though.
I don't know why this thing's set for 32 years, but looking at the seasonality, let's go. I don't know. Let's go 2020, I guess, maybe. So there it is. Seasonality for July, still 100%, still good. So we'll see what happens. But August, September, October, definitely for the last 5 years, duds. So we'll see. I mean,
Oh,
if you
that's
don't,
nice. I like that. Yeah, that's good.
yeah. So
Yeah, so
July,
July better there for
yeah,
sure.
July might do something. I might be the
Right.
last hoorah, and then you can see August, September, October, definitely just blah, you know.
Yeah.
So we'll see what
Yeah,
the
I
next
yeah,
week.
I agree. I agree here. Um, I mean these quarter I want to make one more comment about this monthly I mean sorry, the quarterly on the SPY.
Okay, go back to quarterly.
Okay. Pull that quarterly back up.
Yep.
All right. So this is the only thing I want to say about this, right? So this is tree.
Yeah, it is. I just noticed
Okay.
that.
All right. So it's tree. So and I talked about this today in my video. I said, the one thing that we know it's true what's true to be about threes is that they can do it again. Um, so we're definitely going to get a higher high here. All
Yeah.
right. We're
Uh-huh.
definitely going to get a higher high here. Um, but like I said, threes, they can do it again. There you go.
Man, what if that's terrible?
I mean, it could go 3-3-3.
Oh my gosh, that would be
I mean, I
terrible.
can't, it's a big call,
How are you doing this,
but
JJ?
oh man, all I want to see is a nice wick get formed on the
Yeah.
quarter.
Uh-huh.
I want to see this quarter get a nice wick on it when we open up here.
Yeah.
Probably what we're looking, right now, where are we going? We don't know because we don't have any, we can draw a triangle and get an idea
Yeah.
of where we might be going here now, but we
Yeah.
really don't know. I like how you can do that. That's nice. You can draw that. Um, so or you could do that as well and just be inside
Yeah, and just
and
be
stay
just
inside.
chopping
But
around, terrible mess.
but I think that for sure. I think for sure we're going to get a lip and we're going to get a higher high here
Mm-hmm.
on that quarter. I think I
Mm-hmm.
think I think that is going to happen very easily tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
What
yeah,
I'd like to see is I'd like to see a bigger line go up
yeah. Mm-hmm.
and then come back down.
Yeah.
And
But
then that
even
could set us up for inside for somewhere inside. And you don't even have to break the full quarter, but if it comes back inside in the quarter and she's coming down, now the months are going to tell us what's going down. So we'll see. But here's the point though. We could go tree.
yeah, yeah, that's wicked crazy right there.
Right. I mean, it can
Yeah.
happen. It's
It could.
it's it's right. It can, but it might, odds of it happening. I don't know. I think they're just as great as anything else right now, man.
It's crazy.
We're stretched here. We're stretched in the markets here. I want to read you something here that I read. Where is it at?
It is very crazy.
You
Why you
know,
look? Oh, go ahead.
you know, I mean, they this was in over the weekend. I forget where I got this one, but China is dumping U.S. Treasuries and they're buying gold at record levels right now. Okay,
Wow.
I don't know if nobody pays attention to the dollar anymore,
Hmm.
but I do, and I'll tell you this: the dollar, it was down 10% last week.
Wow. Wow.
DXY. Pull it up. Puker and more puking today. We're down to
Um,
96.69 on the dollar now.
I don't think it's gonna
Okay.
let me. It's not gonna let me look at it without DXY. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not.
it's a you got to put the dollar sign.
Ah, duh. Hold on.
Dollar
Oh,
sign
it's,
DXY.
yeah, DXY. It's not letting me share. I'll let you show it. For some reason, it's not letting me. Let's see here.
How do I get my screen up there?
Oh, you don't say that during the show.
Yeah.
We're professionals, dang it. Go down there where it says share and then hit the share button. The cat's
Got
out
it.
of the bag.
I already got it. I'm already got it. Money.
He's good. He's good. Hey, you wanna learn how to make money in stocks? Yeah. Hey,
Oh
you
shit.
wanna open up your email? You don't want to talk to JJ.
Yeah.
JJ
Hold
can make
on.
you some money, but you know.
I lost you here.
Oh, do you see me? I see
No.
you.
Oh, I see you over here.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It'll pop up in a different little
Okay.
box.
But
Yep.
I can't see my screen though.
Mm, did it move to a different? I see it perfectly.
Oh, you do?
Hmm.
You see this screen right here?
Yeah. You got
Okay.
one, two, three, four, five charts up.
One, two. Yeah, you got it. You got it. All right.
Yep.
So right now I'm looking at the 10-year.
Okay.
All right. So the 10-year has been 421. Not too much action there,
Hmm.
but um, but the 10-year has been on the weeklies have been coming down. All
Wow.
right.
Hmm.
But we're watching this dollar very closely. What is it? What is it? What does the dollar mean going down? Means inflation.
Hmm. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
keep an eye on the dollar from here, and that is a pretty good move to the downside there on
Yeesh.
your dollar. So keep an eye on that. Sitting at 96 cents. Like my sister and them want to go to Ireland, and now all of a sudden the euro is going to be like it's going to be a buck 48, almost a buck 50 now
Wow. Yeah.
because the dollar, because the weakness in the dollar.
Yeah. They started talking about, oh, it was a Bloomberg. They started talking about how these other countries are dumping, like I think you said it already, they're dumping the bonds, and that's causing big concerns. Like, hey, wait a minute. Well, you know what I mean? It's just we don't talk politics on the strap, but at the same time, when on enforce or the weekend shift, but it's kind of hard to not just see what's going on and then and then see how it's affecting the price. I was on. You know how you open up your screen to get your charts. You open up one browser to get to another. So anyway, I open up this browser, and it's all this clickbait stuff. And but anyway, it's like MSN, something like that. Anyway, news, and it said the next 27 thing or 26 things that the White House is putting out, and then in parentheses it says this is not a joke. Like the things that are coming out of the White House are just it's just people do not believe what's happening. So, these other countries are seeing it too, and they're like, well, maybe we don't want bonds. And that's what do
Yeah.
you do? What do
Uh,
you do?
I don't know. I just I don't know. That's a good one there.
It's like I don't know. I don't know what
I
to
don't know
do
how
with
to go
that.
on about that one. But I'm a little leery and a
Yeah,
little leery about the
yeah.
dollar keep dropping like this. All
No,
right,
that's
so we'll
bad.
see what happens. And the dollar should start to firm up here,
Hmm.
but that's a pretty good move. And I was looking back at COVID when COVID went down. The
Okay.
dollar really fell apart big time. If you pull up the chart on, you go all the way back to 2020, you can see
Ah.
how the dollar came down big time.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
This is a
Wow.
quarter right now. But if you go back to I'm looking right here on 2020 on the quarter here.
Hmm.
All right. So
Yeah,
big move down.
yeah. Yeesh.
All right. So watch the dollar. And all right, that's I just wanted to point that out.
No, that's good. That's
Because
good. That's real
There's
good.
still plenty of thing, and I got one more for you. The world stock market cap to global GDP ratio hit 117%.
Wow.
That is the second largest percentage ever. Okay. And the value is higher than at the peak of the 2000 dot-com bubble.
Wow.
Okay.
Jeez.
So
So what
those
do we do?
two
What do
little
we?
the little tidbits that I wanted to put out there.
No, that's good.
Um,
Ooh.
we'll see. We'll see. I'm not and I'm like the most bullish guy in the world.
Uh,
Um, but there's signals there's things out there that'll show us and watch those pivots and we'll watch the futures up here. Especially at the top of the broadening formation. Things happen at the top of the broadening formation,
yeah. Yep.
especially when you're at all-time highs.
Yeah. There's no. Yeah. It's all jammed with buyers. There's nowhere else to go. Yeah.
Right,
And
right.
that's and that's what I would say. That I mean that not that would say that is true. That's exhaustion risk. You know,
Yeah,
it's at the top of the broadening formation. Broadening formation risk. We got a new quarter, new month, which is good. Um, But yeah, it's just sitting at all-time highs. But I'm surprised that it's back at where it is. You know what I mean? We did this show last month, and we it was just looking. Everything was bad. Everything was bad, and now everything's all green in a month. You know, it's just
right.
it's very weird. It's very
Yeah,
weird.
let's watch that quarter. Let's get a nice put up a beacon. I call
Yeah.
that like sometimes when a thing when a line will pop up and then they'll back down. I
Hmm.
call that a beacon. That's what I'd like to see. I'd like to see us put up some kind of high up there. I don't even know what the numbers are, and I have no idea of if I knew the time frame, then I wouldn't be talking to anybody.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
would know everything, but we don't know the
Yeah,
time.
you'd be.
It's the time is the problem, and
Yeah.
um, we know that the market has to come back in a little bit, okay, no matter
Hmm.
what happens.
Hmm.
So,
True.
so anyhow, that's I just wanted to point that out about the dollar. That's pretty interesting. Most people don't really follow the dollar that much, so they don't, they don't pay attention to it too much.
Well, I mean, we got those. We got some people that trade forex, so there's some people out there looking at it. But yeah, you're right. There's not a lot of talk so much about it. You're right. You're right. Bloomberg's always talking about the dollar. They're always about that. They go through the dollar and the bonds and the yield curve and everything. I don't know. I kind
Right,
of
right.
listen. Sometimes I'm listening to Bloomberg. I'm like, yeah, I'm on it. I can't. I know what you guys are saying, and then I'm like, nope, I don't know what you're saying.
Yeah, I listen to them sometimes early in the morning. They're on
Uh-huh.
early.
Yeah.
Europe's already been up for 6 hours.
True. True.
So I'm trying to get the figure what the hell's figuring out.
Yeah, I'm sitting here. So I actually pulled up all my I got 33 inside quarters for SPY, 33 of them, and not a lot of things that are, like really cool. There's a couple of hammers. Gild, that's got an inside bar and a hammer on the quarter.
GILD
Yeah.
2-1. I'm trying to hammer back up a little bit here on the
Yeah. I don't know if that's in the
Doji.
all-time highs. Is that? No, we got a little bit of room.
It's looking like it's easy enough to take the two and get up.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
only
Yep.
four
Yep.
bucks away. You're not going to break down here anytime soon, down to 93.44. So your only shot is getting up through here, 114.75. GILD, that doesn't look bad.
Uh,
Again, watch that XLV,
XLV, yeah, that's true.
and that
Mondelez,
thing's gonna be
Mondelez,
Mondelez. Yeah,
MD.
these are all really good this week. I
Hmm.
think you want to be in all the staples. I'm long Coke. I'm long Coca-Cola, and I'm
Okay.
long Colgate right now.
Colgate, brush your teeth. Brush your teeth.
Yeah, yep. Mondelez
Uh,
finished down 34 cents today. I did
okay.
not buy any Mondelez, but I got Coke, and I got Colgate.
I was yelling about you. I haven't looked at let's look at the charts. I'm gonna look at mine too. But I was yelling about you over the weekend. Nike had a crazy pop. Nice little gap up on the 60s in the daily last week. Nike.
Yeah. I I I uh I bought a little the day before they gave the earnings.
Nice. Okay, that was
Well,
that was
I was
earnings.
in the
Okay.
stock. I was in the stock. I had gotten stopped out, and I'm like,
Mhm.
I didn't really make too much money on that stock anyway. I'm like, you know
No.
what? Maybe I threw like a couple $100 on black at the roulette table, and it hit. Well, that's really how how that really came out. All right. And
That's
I'm
funny.
like, I put way too much work in. It's like, I got, even if I take the hit, big deal. But it's like, I want Nike to pay me.
Yeah. Yeah. Nike's got a hammer on the quarter now. Hammer on the quarter.
Yeah. Now it's hammer on the quarter. Right.
So,
Exactly.
all right.
It's a nice, it's wicking a little bit, but it's nice. That's a nice
Nice.
hammer.
What's another one?
Holding up. But you want to buy Nike in dips here now. You want to buy Nike on pullbacks. And,
TGT, Target. What's Target doing? Target does have a
yeah,
hammer, but it's been
it's
so beat
trying to
up.
get back to 102.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it's 3-1 now on the week,
Mm-hmm.
starting off here today. And
Yeah.
Target, you're not going to get 144.15 anytime soon.
What if they get their act
Mm,
together? What if this is
I mean
it?
that's the quarter now. I'm saying
Yeah.
if it takes quarter up,
Hammer enforced
and
on the quarter. Come
it
on now.
definitely could. I mean, it could. You're gonna it's again, you got this 1-1 guy on the month, right? You got the
Oh,
one
okay.
one month. So
Okay.
remember that. You got to get through both of these
Ooh.
jackasses here. Um, but like I say,
It's so bad.
with Target, if it comes back anywhere below, if it comes anywhere around 90, I'm in.
Uh-huh.
And then 10 and then my out is like 103 or something like that.
Let's see here. Let's
And
see
that would take month up.
some news here from Benzinga. Target tests selling bundles of goods in bin to fuel growth. Interesting. Target unveils Circle Week savings event featuring daily deals, tech discounts, and dorm must-haves. Boy, they're just throwing discounts at everything, aren't they? Everything's a deal. Wow.
Yeah, Target's not going anywhere. Today I traded Walmart
Uh-huh.
I traded this today on Walmart here on
Walmart, I
the
just saw Walmart. Walmart leverages automation and AI to cut costs and growth, paving the way for other retailers. Okay.
oh wait, where'd you get that from?
Benzinga.
Oh,
Benzinga.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, Walmart I had today here on
Okay.
this the 222 down. Do you see my
Ooh.
chart, right?
Yeah.
So you see this 222 down, and then
Yeah.
I got in here somewhere,
Mm-hmm.
and then she reversed and she ran all the way back up again. That one was pretty good.
Nice.
She triangled out on the day,
The
and TJ Maxx
TJ
was right with
Maxx.
that one. I had both of these today on the 222 down, and then the 1-1, and then she kind of stalled out again. I got stopped out, and then I got back in again. That's what
Your
happened.
accent's so hilarious. You got the Chicago. Yeah, I got stopped out. I got back in again. Oh yeah. What are you
You
doing? I'm
got
trading here. What are you doing? I'm
you got to
trading.
fight. You got to
Get out of
fight.
here. I'm trading.
Straight up. So, but again, when we talk about the months, I mean, there's like in every sector, there's so many.
Yes.
Like a couple of the ones that I would pick out and just say that a group that's been doing well until a couple of days ago
Whew.
has been real estate, man. Real estate's been really good. All right,
Okay.
got it. Look at that. Look at the hammer on the on your quarter.
Ooh. Okay.
You want to
Okay.
talk about hammer quarters and shit
There you
like I'm
go.
sorry and stuff like that.
There you
All
go.
right. 212 here coming back in on your Vanguard. So Vanguard is kind of like the ETF of these things.
Yep.
This was a nice reversal come back around. I got burned on this Vino earlier in the last week uh,
Mhm.
when the Vino crapped out when the guy from New York was running for mayor, and then he won the primary. This
Hmm.
this van this it took this two sorry, where did it go? Right here. This move here from
Wow.
here. See it
Yeah.
on the daily on the
Yep.
weekly? I'm trying to get the daily. Here's the daily. I keep losing it. So here's the daily. It just totally crapped out.
Wow.
It was down 6%. And I
Jeez.
held in there and I bought some back and it hasn't really given me back anything here. It has come back a little bit with this 212, but it kind of it sputtered out again today now. But this group has been pretty good.
Hmm.
Um, I think a lot of 2 month ups. That is not one of them here. But
That
so
is
they've been
bad.
EQIX is like the big one. There's your month on your out. There's your big outside month there on
Okay.
EQIX. So this group is pretty decent. And they again put the brakes on, and then if there's another group, I think that's starting to get better, but I just think it's going to continue to is home builders all of a sudden got a little bit better here.
Okay.
Pulte Homes. Some of these just have gotten recently now gotten better here, but I think they're just going to triangle back out there. It put up a nice hammer here and that just happened here in the last, you know,
Hmm.
just this move up here got that,
Yeah.
got that to there. All
Nice.
right. So, now you got a nice quarter hammer and there's your monthly inside. All right. These things have been garbage. They're coming off of the yearly lows.
These
All
things have
right, they're
been
totally in
garbage.
the garbage. It's
Yeah.
total garbage. Um, but we'll see if they can get better here.
I
All
used to
right.
tell people, stop eating out of the trash. Stop eating
Yeah.
out of the trash.
Yeah. 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 I was like when I was a kid, I used to go around and collect garbage, the old garbage, the beer cans.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah,
We'd have
yeah.
to go through the garbage cans to get that collection of beer cans, the old school.
Turn them in
So
recycling. Yeah,
where
yeah.
that's where I
Look
picked it
at,
up from.
since you got your charts up, QCOM. Nice hammer on QCOM. Quarter.
Qualcomm on the quarter.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's real nice. If that goes into force, definitely 177.29 is in the cards.
Yeah.
If that thing goes into force, for sure.
That's a good one. I'm sitting
All
here.
right.
I had inside quarters, 33. I did the Strat Soldier Easy Setup Scanner. I got 45 hammers on the quarter for SPY. So some of them are crappy. Some of them, yeah, man, I got to go through this. I still got to do the macro vid. But there's some interesting ones in here.
I like the 2-1 day
Hmm.
in the 3-1 week.
UPS and FedEx. FedEx, I kind of derailed you a little bit when you were
Oh,
talking
okay.
about FedEx. But FedEx and I just said it. I'm sorry. And
UPS.
UPS, yeah, they both have hammers on the quarter. I don't know.
It's a hanging man. That's a
Think
hanging man.
so?
That's all right. It's a
Yeah.
pivot.
All right.
Um, FedEx there, and then what was the other? UPS.
Yep, UPS. Way in the
Oh
garbage.
man.
Way down in there, but it's bad.
I'll tell you,
He said,
I'll tell you one
nah.
that I'm gonna this one I'm gonna show you is like it looks like the easiest layup of all time. And it might just be. United Healthcare has been I mean,
Yeah.
absolute beaten
Yep.
down.
Yep.
Look at this 2-1 month inside
Oh my
there.
goodness.
She just firmed up today. I'm long some at 304.
Oh, okay. All right.
304 I got in. She's probably gonna fall apart again. You get another crack at her, maybe back down to 300, because I think what's gonna happen is gonna take the 212 up and it's gonna get cranked down again.
Yeah, they
And
got,
then the move goes.
jeez.
That's my thoughts. Look at that. Look
Ah,
at the setup on this
so
thing.
bad.
Look
Yeah,
at
but I
that.
mean, it could happen. It could happen. Maybe they name a
Yes.
new CEO. The new CEO.
Oh, they do, right. Humana has got a really nice 2-1
Humana.
inside two on the month.
All
All right. These
healthcare
have all
stuff.
been punished. All
Humana's
right.
been doing nothing for
Nothing.
weeks.
Yeah. Well, it's because it's been inside. It's been inside for a whole month.
Let me switch here. Let me switch. I want to show you my ch- I want to
And Cigna too. Look at that 312 Cigna setting up
mm.
right there on your monthly, right in the middle of the broadening formation. Look at that 3-1.
Oh my goodness. Let me cut your chart. I want to share my screen
Yeah, go ahead. You take it.
because I want to show Humana. Um, can you see it? I'm pretty sure you can.
Who, me? Can I see it?
Yeah,
No, I cannot.
you
I do
cannot.
not see. I do not see. All I see
Mm,
is me and you.
okay, hold on. That's back at your charts. Let me see here.
Yeah, something
Um,
moved here. No, something moved here before. I don't know what
go down
happened.
to the go to where it says stop screen share.
That's the whole thing. I don't have any of that.
Oh,
It
yeah, here
all
I
went
got you.
away.
I got you. Hold
There it
on.
is.
I don't want to
There it
force it.
is. There it is.
I didn't want to force it. I was trying to let you do it.
Okay. There you
Here,
go.
this is all. I'll let you. You can put your chart. I'll let you pull your charts up right back.
That's fine. That's fine.
I just want to show Humana. Look at this. All these weeks stuck in this one mother bar way back here,
Oh
September
my.
30th. Yeah, we've been counting
That's a
these things regularly
that's
on the
a
weekend shift.
is
That's
that a that's a weekly too, huh?
it
That's
is.
a that's a mother bar if I've ever seen one. She's still she's
Bad.
still running the show.
So
Look at that.
bad.
At all y'all in there.
That
That's
is
all
so
one
crazy.
big happy one.
Yeah, it's
Jesus,
so
I didn't see.
bad.
Look at that one. That was from 324 down to 212.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Trading sideways. And I got a little bit of we talked about it on the weekend shift one time, and I got a little bit of the feedback, negative feedback on the Twitters because they were like, "That's definitely the mother bar problem." Okay, and well, but this might be the actionable signal that gets us out of there. And I was like, "Nope."
I have a good question for you. When does a mother bar get too old?
That's a good question. I don't know. I don't know the answer on
When
that.
we gotta send a message up to Rob and give him that one. I'd
Yeah,
like to hear his answer on that one. Sure he'd
because
have an answer.
yeah, Boeing 4 years stuck in a mother bar. 4 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's every Strat Camp webinar I do where I talk about the entire Strat in one night. It's like 3 hours. But anyway, yeah, I talk about Boeing and 4 years stuck in the same mother bar from COVID. Yeah, that big fat one. Yep.
Oh, after COVID?
Yeah. Yep. Bad.
Wow.
What's your final thoughts? I gotta wrap it up on my side, and I know
Yep.
you gotta hit that
Um,
old dusty trail in Chicago.
All right. Well, I'm going to tell you my thoughts here. Again, I'm going
Okay.
to talk about this. I'm going to talk about the quarter. I'm going to talk about the month. I'm going to talk about nothing else. All right. I want expansion here on SPY.
Okay.
I want this to get higher, whatever that number is, and I don't know what it is. But then I'm going to be looking for that reversal that comes back inside. Okay. I got a 3-3. Why not have a 3-3-3? You know what I mean? If it can be
Yes.
done, it can be done, it can be done,
Yeah.
especially when you get, especially in bigger time frames like this too, right? You're taking
Hmm.
out months here. I mean, it's not like we're taking out a week here. All
Yeah.
right. So that's my thought there. Triple Q's, same exact setup. We're looking for something like I really want him to get stretched out here, man. Give me like 570 something, you know what I mean? Real
Hmm.
juicy. And then
Yeah.
see if they start to come back down inside. And then see what the markets are going to bring from there. And diamonds, are they even going to be able to get to the party? 451 451.55 is to get back to the party. I mean,
Yeah.
it doesn't even have an invite.
No.
He's gonna crash it with a bottle of tequila and a bunch of Mexicans, and they're gonna go shooting the place up. It's gonna get crazy.
Yeah, because you got Apple that's double inside month stuck. You were talking about
Another one, right?
double
Yeah.
inside month. Yep.
Did you see what happened today in Apple?
No, I'm looking at the
That
charts now. Oh yeah, yeah, big scenario. Okay, okay.
yeah, that
Yeah,
news
at the end
came
of the
out.
day, wow, what is this?
So supposedly Apple's going to use their own homemade AI.
Oh my
Everybody's got a recipe for AI.
God. You need one.
You can have the good AI or you could have the crappy AI. It's like how much do you want to pay? It's
Yeah.
kind of like it's like your dealer.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
Yeah.
want the high grade.
Yeah.
Okay, well you're going to pay more. This
Yeah.
is I swear to God, this AI business.
I
It's
can't wait.
something else.
We need a JJ AI. That's what we need. We need something to punch in. Oh, you want to buy this piece of crap?
Right. Yeah, I'll give you AI. I'll give you some AI. It's
Oh, that'd
crazy
be
though.
hilarious. They'd be like,
But
wait,
yeah, it's yeah, Apple's finally gonna be a two.
maybe,
Man,
maybe on the month it'll be a two.
it might just sit another month in there.
That's so
I
funny.
wouldn't be surprised, man. Look at it, it's so
But go to the
trapped.
quarter. Go to the quarter, really quick.
It's got a hammer
It's got a
here.
hammer. I
The red
mean,
one, hanging man.
it could happen. It
Oh,
could happen.
it can.
Um,
It's not going to get right there real quick though. It's going to have some
no.
work to get out of that.
What's it? What Rob
So
used to say?
the more,
How
the
long?
more, listen, I would say the more higher ones that we take and then come back in are better,
Okay.
right? It's because
Okay.
it's gonna make everything that much more exciting than the fact that look, oh my God, it went all the way up to like it all, Apple went all the way back up to 270 or something like that, and then
Hmm.
reversed and came back down.
Oof,
So we'll see. But I would love to go 333 on that quarter and break that whole quarter coming back down again. That would make
man, that
my
would be.
day.
Oh, that'd be
That's
bad.
bring them
That
in
would
so
be
the
so
poor folk
bad.
can buy them.
Yeah. Yeah. We're all gonna be poor messing around with this scenario three on the year on the quarter.
All right.
Man, we'll
Um,
see. We'll see.
IWM, I don't watch IWM that closely, but look at that. They got a nice hammer there in that quarter too.
Okay.
That's real nice. And you're 2-2 up on the month. I
Yep.
mean, this guy should be able to get to the party, man.
Small cappers.
244.50. These won't move until the rates change.
Yeah.
And so I think that these are gonna sit tight. I don't think there's no rate
Did you
changes
see
coming.
on Bloomberg this morning? They were saying it was a small headline. They only said it once, and then they went on to something else. But they said the president has already got three names for the new Fed chairman or whatever. Like
Yeah.
he can't fire Jay Powell, but he's picking out names. Like
Right. All he can do is keep pressuring him.
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah,
I mean, this Jay Powell guy, he ain't nothing but cool.
yeah. Oh yeah,
He
he's
did that
good.
60
Yeah,
Minutes interview.
yeah.
The guy's a big Deadhead, man. He went traveling around watching the Grateful Dead back in the day.
That's awesome. I didn't see that.
Yeah.
I have to look that up.
Yeah, they did an interview with him on 60 Minutes. He plays guitar to his grandchildren and stuff. I mean, this guy's a real deal.
Wow, wow.
So
That's pretty
I
cool.
don't know. I don't know. The powers that be in the big White House, I don't know nothing. But if he wants to put pressure on him, then he'll put pressure on him, and
Yeah.
be interesting to see how it's all going to shake out at the end of the
Yep.
day.
Yep. And then from my last words on this one, I think you're right. We got a lot of double inside months. We got 33 inside quarters, and the entire market's going, okay, what next? What next? And you're
Right.
right. It's jammed with buyers on the SPY and QQQ. So now
Yeah.
what you gonna do? And that's it. I mean,
Right.
I was watching I was going over Rob's original course, and he's talking about how when things are at the top and there's no more actionable signals, you're going to get those rev strats, those inside bar, two down, two up, inside bar, two down, two up, and it's just going to be messy while it's doing this thing, the little distribution thing.
Until it finds its way.
And then yeah, either it's going to keep going up or it's just going to, like you said, just drop down
Right.
and give us some correction. So
Yeah, we'll probably be
mhm.
we'll know more by September
Yeah,
and going
yep,
into that quarter over
yep,
there.
that's true. That's
We'll be
true.
in
And
much
then
better.
I guess you said we're in the earnings again.
Yeah, right now we're gonna have to they're gonna have to get us through another round of earnings here for this quarter.
Hmm.
If they can hold them up through, June, July, July, August, September, and I don't see the market falling apart by any means. I think maybe more choppiness
Yeah.
in these months. And
Hmm.
then I think maybe start and find it in October, we might start to find a way where we start to go one way or another way.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
No, it
And
makes
and
sense.
however that goes, but we're gonna know because we got the strat and it's gonna show us. It's
That's
gonna
right.
show us that 2-1-2 reversal when you're at the top of the broadening formation and everything
Yep.
starts to make a move. You know, you gotta believe in it and you got to trust it, man.
Yep.
And if it's going your way and the setup's going your way, if you got to move that stop out a little bit more, you got to do what you got to do. Don't, try to stay in the trade. That's a lot of people do is they got something and then they get out. And myself, I'm the biggest victim of it. It's like getting out too soon
Hmm.
or getting in too early. Those things are really important, and that's really, really the part of trading. Like I said, you can learn the strat, you can learn it. It's
Yep.
it's not really too hard to grasp, but some people are going to pick it up a lot quicker than other people will.
Hmm.
Um, but it's like knowing how it works and making money are sometimes two different things.
Yes.
And
Yes,
that's
that's
because
true.
that's the psychological part.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Right.
One thing that helped me big time was not feeling stopping the idea of I had to trade everything. I think I talked about this last time, maybe.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I had to trade
Over trading.
everything. Yeah, well, I'm the strat soldier, so now I got to do this. And then, well, how come you don't trade futures? And then I trade. Oh, well, how come you don't do this? I'm like, dude, come on. So I just tell people trade what you know to be true. If you know target it might do something and there's a hammer on the quarter or whatever and it makes sense to you, do it, uh,
Right. And for
yeah.
people that ain't watching the market every day,
Hmm.
um, you know, uh, and you can be doing the strat on the monthlies and quarterlies
Yep.
and not even touching any of these shorter term frame term, shorter time frames.
Yeah.
So it's really does it can cater to just about anybody who wants to try to do anything here.
Yep.
With
I believe it 100%, 100%.
so yeah. All
Well,
right, man.
yep, I'm gonna wrap this up and thank you so much for being here and we will see you in July. See
All
you in
right.
July.
All right, man.
All right.
Have a nice night.
You too.